My beloved child, do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the Lord your God, the one who formed you in the secret place, who called you by name before the foundations of the world. I have set my love upon you, and nothing can separate you from me. Like this video if you are blessed. When you feel weary, I will be your strength. When your heart is burdened, I will lift you up. When the path before you seems unclear, trust that I am guiding your every step. I do not sleep, nor do I turn away. I am always watching over you, leading you with a love that never fails. The trials you face today are not meant to break you, but to strengthen your faith. Even in your darkest moments, I am working behind the scenes, aligning everything for your good. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your God. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Do you not see the doors I am opening, the path I am clearing before you? Do not doubt my timing, for I am never late. What I have promised, I will fulfill. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. Trust in me, for I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. Lift your head, my child. Do not dwell on past failures or regrets, for I have washed you clean. You are forgiven. You are redeemed. You are mine. Walk in confidence, knowing that I go before you and behind you, surrounding you with my unfailing love. I am not distant or far away. I am as close as your next breath. Call upon me, and I will answer. Seek me with all your heart, and you will find me. My plans for you are good, filled with hope and a future. Even now, I am preparing blessings that you have not yet imagined. So do not be afraid. Do not grow weary. Hold on to my promises and let my peace fill your heart. I am with you always, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. No matter what challenges arise, faith is the anchor that holds steady in the storm. Life will bring trials, disappointments, and moments of uncertainty, but these are not signs of defeat. They are opportunities to grow, to trust, and to witness the power of God at work. Doubt may whisper that the journey is too hard, that the obstacles are too great. But remember, the same God who parted the Red Sea, who brought down the walls of Jericho, who raised the dead to life, is the one who walks beside you. There is no battle too difficult, no mountain too high when He is your strength. Every setback is a setup for something greater. When doors close, it is not rejection. It is redirection. When prayers seem unanswered, it is not neglect. It is preparation. In the waiting, in the struggle, something is being built within. Perseverance, faith, character, and the ability to stand firm no matter what comes. Fear has no place where faith resides. Worry cannot thrive where trust is deeply rooted. So press on, knowing that victory is not just possible, it is already won. The path may not always be clear, but the one who leads is faithful. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep trusting. The best is yet to come. There are moments in life when the weight of burdens feels unbearable, when the path ahead seems clouded with uncertainty, and when the heart is tempted to give in to fear. It is in these moments that faith becomes more than just a word. It becomes a lifeline. Faith is not about having all the answers or seeing the entire journey ahead. It is about trusting the one who does. It is about believing that even when circumstances don't make sense, there is a greater plan unfolding. Every delay, every disappointment, and every struggle is not wasted. They are being woven into something beautiful that will one day reveal God's perfect design. When discouragement tries to take root, remember that battles are not won by sight, but by trust. The walls of Jericho did not fall because of human strength, but because of obedience and faith. David did not defeat Goliath with armor or weapons, but with confidence in the power of God. Your victory is not determined by what you see. It is determined by whom you believe. The enemy may try to plant seeds of doubt, whispering that things will never change, that prayers are unheard, and that struggles are endless. But those are lies meant to weaken your spirit. The truth is, God is always working, even in the silence. He is not bound by time, nor is He limited by human understanding. What seems impossible now is already being prepared behind the scenes. Hold on to the promises that have been spoken over your life. Stand firm in the knowledge that the one who began a good work in you will bring it to completion. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No storm is stronger than the hand that holds you. So do not grow weary. Do not let fear dictate your steps. Even in the waiting, even in the unknown, keep pressing forward. Each step of faith brings you closer to breakthrough, closer to the fulfillment of His promises, and closer to the purpose He has destined for you. You are not alone in this journey. The same God who carried you before will carry you now. The same love that has sustained you will sustain you still. And when the time is right, everything will fall into place in ways beyond what you ever imagined. Keep believing, keep trusting, and never lose sight of the hope that is ahead. Subscribe if you trust in God's plan. There will be days when the journey feels long, when prayers seem to go unanswered, and when your heart wrestles with doubt. But do not mistake the silence for absence. Just because you cannot see the work being done does not mean the breakthrough is not on its way. Every season of waiting has a purpose. Sometimes what seems like a delay is actually preparation. God is strengthening you, refining your faith, and aligning every detail in ways you cannot yet comprehend. What He has spoken over your life will come to pass at the right time, in the right way. Think about Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. It seemed as if everything was against him, yet God was positioning him for something greater. Every hardship was a step toward the fulfillment of the dream God had given him. The same is true for you. What feels like a setback is often a setup for something far beyond what you could have planned for yourself. Do not let discouragement take root in your heart. The enemy would love for you to believe that you are forgotten, that your prayers are unheard, that your dreams are impossible. But that is not the truth. The truth is you are deeply loved, seen, and cared for. Every tear you have cried has been noticed, and every silent prayer has reached the heavens. Stand firm in faith. Even when you do not understand, trust that God's ways are higher than yours. Keep moving forward, even if the steps feel small. Keep worshiping, even when you feel weary. Keep declaring His promises, even when circumstances tell you otherwise. Because one day you will look back and see how every moment, every trial, every waiting season, every tear was working together for something greater. You will see that God never left your side, that His timing was perfect, and that His plan was always greater than what you had imagined. The doors that seem closed now are not a sign of rejection, but of redirection. What you thought was an ending is often the beginning of something better, something beyond what you could have asked or imagined. There are times when God will withhold something you desperately desire, not because He is denying you, but because He is protecting you. He sees what you cannot see, He knows what you do not know, and in His wisdom, He is preparing something far greater than what you are asking for. Think about the Israelites. They longed for the promised land, but their journey took them through the wilderness. It was not because God had abandoned them, but because He was shaping them, teaching them, and preparing them to receive the blessing. They had to learn trust, faith, and dependence on Him before stepping into the fullness of His promise. You may be in your own wilderness season right now, a season where answers seem distant, where the path ahead feels uncertain, and where you wonder if your prayers are even being heard. But do not let this season define your faith. Let it refine your faith. God is not finished with your story. What looks like a delay is actually divine positioning. He is aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances to bring about His plan in your life. What He has promised, He will fulfill. So do not give up. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep walking in faith. The doors He opens, no one can shut. And when His perfect time arrives, everything will fall into place in ways that will leave you in awe. Your waiting is not wasted. Your faith is not in vain. God is working, even now. Stay steadfast, because the breakthrough is coming. Share this video to your friend and family if you love God. There is a greater purpose unfolding in your life, even when you don't see it. Every challenge, every delay, every disappointment is shaping you for what's ahead. Sometimes the path to your blessing requires patience, endurance, and unwavering faith. Think about Joseph. He had a dream of greatness, but before he reached the palace, he was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and imprisoned. Each of these moments could have made him doubt God's plan, but in reality, every setback was setting him up for something greater. What seemed like obstacles were actually stepping stones, leading him to his divine destiny. You may feel like you are in a pit right now. Perhaps you've been betrayed, overlooked, or misunderstood. But just like Joseph, God is using every situation to position you for the promise. Nothing you are going through is wasted. The pain, the waiting, the uncertainty, it's all part of the preparation for what God is bringing into your life. The enemy wants you to believe that your struggles mean God has forgotten you, but that is a lie. God has not abandoned you. He is molding your character, refining your faith, and strengthening your spirit so that when the blessing arrives, you will be ready to handle it. Doors will open at the appointed time. What seems delayed is not denied. God's timing is perfect, and when He moves, everything will shift in your favor. The opportunities you thought you lost will come back in a greater way. The prayers you thought went unanswered will be fulfilled beyond your expectations. So do not lose heart. Keep trusting, keep praising, and keep pressing forward. God is working behind the scenes, arranging everything according to His perfect will. What He has spoken over your life will come to pass. No force in hell can stop His plan. Your story is not over. What God has started in you, He will finish. The best is still ahead. And when the breakthrough comes, you will look back and realize that every trial, every delay, and every moment of waiting was worth it. Type Amen if you agree. Like this video if you believe in God. Subscribe this channel for more videos.